Hey everyone, welcome to another video with Outdoor Homestead. We are 14 days away from opening day for archery deer season 2025, and this is a really exciting time for us here. The preseason, getting ready for the season. A question is coming up, and I want to say thank you to everybody in the comments. But there's a question that is coming up in this channel and other channels, a very basic question related to deer feeders, like this one behind me. How do you set up the deer feeder? How do you set up the timer and feed times and so on? So we're gonna get into that in this video, but before we do that, I'm gonna show you what we got going on at this specific location. All right, so we're finally set up. We got our deer stand. This is a cheap, nothing fancy deer stand, or it's a ladder stand. I think I paid $40 for this deer stand in Marketplace. It's 12 feet high. I think the height is pretty good. Most people like to be higher, but I think as long as it's higher than the feeder, we're gonna be all right. We tested it, so it's pretty good so far. Probably a little late in the preseason, but I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna try to bow hunt the entire season, so it's really never too late to set up one of these. So the question is, how do you set up a feeder? Well, it can be very simple. Well, it is very simple. This specific feeder right here, it's a cheap $100 feeder I've had for 3 years, and I've been able to take down several deer with this feeder. This is private land, so I don't really have to go through everything that everybody goes through in public land, so I'm really thankful for that. But to set up a feeder, it's very simple. So I'll go through the process. So if you look at this panel is very simple. Most panels have this configuration, 4 buttons, and I'll show you my other feeder after we set this up. So remember the battery, and this is a very basic video for beginners. Positive, negative. I have 2 positive connectors because one is for the feeder and one is for the solar panel I have going installed here, in the negative. So first thing you want to do when you come up to your panel is press on this button that has a P. This button is to program the feeder. As you can see, the time has come up. Not sure if you can see it very well. So you click on P twice, and it gives you the ability to change the hour. So I could go up or down. I'm gonna leave it the same. Click again on the P, and it gives you the ability to change the minutes, and press again, and your time is set. So now you wanna set up your feed times, but that's going to depend on their activity and where you are related to the time zone. Here in East Texas, during deer season, the sunrise, it's around 7:30 or 7:15 on average. So what I'm going to do is click the arrow up, and it's giving me my first feed time. So if you want to change it, just click on the program button, and it gives you the ability to change the time. I'm going to leave it at 7:30. Click again, and it gives you the ability to change the minutes, but continue pressing the P button, and now it's going to give you the duration. This one you can change it to 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and 20 seconds. So 20 seconds is a long time. Once you set your seconds, click on P again, and if you want to go to your second feeding time, you click the up arrow and it gives you your time, duration, and you repeat the process. This feeder is set up to go off 4 times if you want to. There are other feeders that have 7 different feeding times, but those are probably for like big ranches. So anyways, that is a simple way to set up your feeding times and set up your timer. And after, a very important step, after this is set up, you see this little button right here, it says test. You want to press on that button and make sure that this is working. Otherwise, all your work is worth nothing. So we're gonna click on this test button and we're gonna watch the feeder go off. So once you click test, it gives you 10 seconds to get out of the way. So let's see what it does. Okay, so it's set, it's working, and I strongly suggest you wear eye protection before you do this. Okay, so we're gonna close it, and this one's ready to go. I do believe that it's 20 yards from the feeder to the stand, so it's not too bad. It's pretty good distance. Now that you know how to set up this type of feeder, I'm going to take you to the other feeder and show you the panel. And there's not much of a difference. It's the same functions, just the buttons are located in different locations, but it's almost the same thing. So let's go to the other side. This is the other feeder. I still have to do some maintenance on this one. I have to replace the panel, the solar panel. But I'll show you what this feeder panel looks like. So I had to replace this entire box. This metal feeders come with a steel mechanism for the corn deployment, but it just stopped working. It rusted, so I just bought this. This was $40. Wild Game, they make really good and cheap stuff. A lot of good stuff. But there's a latch right here. Gotta move it to the left, and here is what it looks like. Pretty simple setup. 6-volt battery. And if you remember, I was telling you that the panel looks similar to it, so it's pretty much the same. You got a program button up and down, and then your test button. So once again, to use this panel, you click on the programming button, click it again for minutes, and it's set. You want to look at your feeding times, you go up. This one is at 7:30, same as the other one. The only difference in this panel is that you have 6 different feeding times. This one is set for 7:30. Instead of you got seconds. You have more options with this one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As many seconds you want. I always set it up for 5. And it gives you the RPMs. Do you want this feeder to spread the corn at a low RPM or high RPM? Let me go back to that one. Low, medium, or high, meaning how much power are you going to use to deploy the corn. So anyways, very simple setup, and why don't we just do a test, see what this looks like. So again, you click on test, you got 10 seconds to get out of the way. So let's see. That one's working really well. In this location, I have a similar setup. This is a ladder stand. This one is up there 16 feet. That's pretty good. I was able to bag or tag a deer from this location last year. A lot of deer activity, and I also got a deer blind about 125 yards from the feeder. So that is just the basics of how to set up a feeder, how to set up your time and your timers or your feeding times. I strongly recommend, if you're going to get a feeder, to get a solar panel. Otherwise, you have to come out here and change the battery. I discourage that because you want to reduce human activity where you are hunting, right? So I come out here every 3 weeks, maybe 4, to put more corn in the feeder. But that's going to depend on deer activity. I have a lot of deer coming here and a lot of deer at the other location. So if you haven't hit that like button, please do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to support the channel. We are going to continue making these videos all the way up to opening day and throughout the season. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let me know your comments, and please tell me your experiences with feeders. I love to learn. I don't know everything. There's so much to learn about hunting, let alone elk hunting and stag, red stag, axis deer, and of course whitetail. So appreciate it, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.